So hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to teach you something on recurring decimals. Something on recurring recurring decimals. Now, these are the decimals that repeat themselves without end. For instance, they just repeat without end. For instance, we have 0.45454545 with no end. Then we can have 0.16666666. Literally, it cannot end. Okay? So, in these fractions, for instance, this 0.45, to show that it's a recurring decimal, it's written 0.45 with a dot on top. Okay, that means it's a recurring decimal. For this 0.1666, for the recurring number 0.16, the recurring number has a dot on top. Okay, so assume that we are given this number. For instance, assume that we are given 1/6 and you're supposed to convert it to a decimal. Okay, so that means this is 6. I divide by 1, right? So I'll have 0 points, right? Because so assume that I have 1/6. I'm supposed to convert it to a decimal. That means this is 1. I divide by 6, right? So I will introduce a 0 point because 1 cannot be divided by 6. It's a lesser number. So if you introduce a 0 point, then it gives you a liberty to add a 0 here. Okay? So when it's a 10, you divide by 6. That gives you 1. 1 divided by 6, that is 1 times 6, that is 6, right? So you get 4. Okay? So long as you have a decimal place there, you always have a liberty to add 0. Okay? So 40 divided by 6, that is 6, because of 6 times 6, which is 36. Okay? So you get 4. Again, 0, 6, 36. You get 4. Again, 0, 6, 36. What I mean is that this recurring number will never come to an end. So you'll just write, the answer is 0.16 recurring. Okay? So assume I have another example. Example number 2. I have 5/11, right? That means I will have 5, I divide by 11. 5 is a lesser number than 11, so I just do 0 point. Okay? So if I have 0 points, I have already insisted that if you have a 0 point, it means you have the liberty to add 0. So I add 0 here. 50 divided by 11, that is 4 because of 44. So I then drop 6. Okay? I add my 0. 60 divided by 11 is 5 because of 55. So I get 5. I add 0. Then again 4 because of 44. Then again I get 6. 0. I get 5. Okay? Because of 55. And it goes on and on and on and on. Okay? So I'll write my answer as 0.45. And both numbers are recurring, right? So let's check at another concept where you're given this decimal and you're supposed to find its fraction. So this one we were checking the conversion of a fraction to a recurring decimal, okay? Then we do the other one. along, so stick around. So we can use the fraction that we previously had. So assume that you have 0.45 recurring, right? And you're supposed to do what? To convert it to a fraction. Convert to fraction. Okay? Convert to fraction. So what do? See, stick with me here because this one is a concept that you need to understand. So we say that x equals 0.454545, right? Then you multiply with 10x to bring 4 this side. So 10x equals 4.545454. Now, this number here cannot subtract this one, okay? Because they have different style of expression. This one is 4.545454, while this one is 0.454545. So you have to make it look like this one. So what do? We introduce another 100x. We multiply both sides by 100. So 100x equals 45.454545. Did you see that? So this one is similar to this one, okay? So we can then subtract our x. We can then subtract our x, which is 0.4545 continuously. So what do we get here? We get 100x minus x. This is 99. So you get 100 minus x is 99x, which equals to 45, and this other side ends, okay? So you can divide both sides by 99 so that you can be left by x this side. So you can divide both sides by 99 and by 99. So we can say that x equals 45 over 99. You need to simplify. So 45 can be, both numbers can be divisible by 9. So by 9 we get 5, by 9 we get 11. So our simplified version of, fraction version of this recurrent number is 5 over 11, right? We can do another example. So our point B example, so assume that we have 0.27 and they are both recurrent, okay? So you introduce your concept of, you can choose any letter, maybe A, B. So we can say that our B equals 0.272727, right? So we multiply by 10 both sides and we'll get 10B equals 2.727272. We cannot subtract this number because it's not the same as this one. This one is 0.72, this one is 0.27. So we multiply by 10 again both sides and we'll get 100B equals 27.272727. So we can subtract this first number here so we can get rid of the part after the decimal place, okay? So we can have B equals 0.272727. So then we get 100 minus B, that is 99B, equals 27. This other side ends. So you divide both sides by 99 and you divide both sides by 99. So by 99, 1, by 99, 1, by 9, 3, by 9, 11. So you get 3 over 11, okay? That tells you that if you're given this fraction here, 3 over 11, you're supposed to convert it to a decimal. It should give you 0.27 recurrent, okay? Let's do another example. So assume that you have 5.81 recurrent, okay? Introduce your same unknown B and say, we can even introduce Z, and we say that our Z here is 5.81818181, okay? So multiply both sides by 10. So we have that 10z is 58.181818. This, our after decimal place number is not the same as this one. So we cannot subtract. Again, multiply both sides by 10. So 10z we multiply by 10, that is 100z, is equal to 581.81818181. Okay, so we can then subtract this one, so we can get rid of this part here. Okay, so 100z, we subtract z, which equals to 5.818181 recurrent. Okay, so we'll get that 99z is equals to, this one is now 0, the after decimal place side is now done. So 581, we subtract 5, we get carry 1 here, 11 minus 5 is 6, then 7, then 5. So I have, so I can say that my z is now, divide both sides by 99, and you can divide both sides by 99, and you'll find that your z is now 576, you divide by 99. Because by now I know you know how to use a calculator, you just get hold of your calculator, this one, then input in 576, you divide by 99, right? You get 5.8181. But then you see this button here, which is written A, B over C. If you press that, it will give you the fraction answer of whatever you had put. So the answer is 5 whole and 9 over 11. Okay, so if you convert this to decimal place, then it should give you 5.81 recurrent. Okay, yeah, that is our lesson on recurring decimals. Please subscribe, share, and like. Thank you.